Okay, so good afternoon, ABM. Again, okay, so for today, continuation lang tayo ng last discussion natin. So, yun, ano lang natin, mag-recap lang nung naging discussion natin last week for 5M. Medyo mahaba-habang usapan yun umabot pa ng 2 hours, I think. Okay, so yun, again, ang accounting equation natin is asset is equal to liability plus equity. And yung usual na position ng liability and equity is credit and usually debit. So when we say debit, ito yung mga nare-receive natin. Okay, kung ano yung natanggap natin, it's debit. Pag ano naman yung sinacrifice natin to get this debit, it is credit. Okay? So debit and credit. So I suggest to watch yung chapter 6 to chapter 8 na sinend ko sa GC and just update the poll kung napanood nyo na. Okay, so I can check no kung on time ba kayo or tawag dito, nakakasunod dun sa schedule natin. Okay, so under ng asset, then we have cash. Yan, siyempre pera. Accounts receivable, ito naman yung pag may utang sa atin, ayun yung dapat nating ma-receive. So accounts receivable, okay? Yung ina-expect nating ma-receive natin. Same din to with the notes receivable. Okay, so yung notes receivable naman, ito naman yung may mga notes. Siyempre, promissory notes, for example. Okay, pero same lang sila ng description yan. Same lang sila ng ibig sabihin yan. Supplies, ayan, pag may mga like office supplies, like ball pen, papers, scotch tape, so we can call it supplies. Inventories, ito yung mga stocks natin. Kaya may sari-sari store tayo and then may natira dun sa mga binenta natin. So we still have inventories. Okay, ito yung mga ibebenta natin. Okay? Then we have here land, house, equipment, and furniture. So we are already familiar with land and house, di ba? Pero yung land, ito, among of all the non-current, yung house, yung land pala, ito yung hindi nadi-depreciate. Kumbaga, hindi nababawasan ng value from time to time. So yung house and equipment and furniture, expecting na nababawasan yung life nito. Okay? So, itong cash, accounts receivable, notes receivable, supplies, and inventories, ito yung tinatawag natin current assets. When we say current assets, ito yung mga assets na nagtatagal lang within 1 year. Okay? So, umiikot lang itong asset nito within 1 year. Okay? So, for example, ayan, yung cash, in-expect natin na mag-ooperate within 1 year. Yung supplies, in-expect natin na magagamit siya in 1 year. Kumbaga yung life din nila or economic life din nila is within 1 year lang. Okay? So, ito namang land, house, equipment, furnitures, you expect it na magtagal more than a year. Okay? Especially sa land, diba? Parang lifetime na to itong land Pero sa standard or rules and regulation ng accounting, ito natatagal to ng 20 years. Natatagal siya sa business ng 20 years. Pero I guess dapat lifetime ito. Pero yun, siyempre meron tayong mga rules and regulations or standards na sinusunod. Okay, for the house, ayan, siguro 5 years, nagtatagal yan. So, hindi natin hindi tayo nagme-maintenance ng house, more likely, siguro 10 years. Hindi natin mini-maintain, yan 10 years, pero pag mini-maintain natin, tatagal pa yun yung house. Equipment, na ito, mga 5 years siguro, pero ngayon nag-down na to ng 2 years. Okay, so meaning natatagal sila ng more than a year. Kaya kasama sila sa non-current assets. Okay? Ito naman, under ng liability, we have the accounts payable and notes payable, which is counterpart naman ng account receivable and notes receivable. Meaning, when we say kasi obligation, when we say kasi liability, ito yung obligation natin sa third party, mga third parties, no? For example, meron tayong supplier and then hindi naman tayo magbabayad agad kasi mag-order muna tayo tapos marireceive muna natin yung mga raw materials na kailangan natin. And then, after a month pa tayo magbabayad. So, kumbaga meron tayong utang. Okay? So, when we say payable and notes receivable, ito yung obligation natin sa other party na dapat natin bayaran. Okay? So, kumbaga may utang tayo. So, itong mga payable at utang to, okay, iba-iba lang sila ng gamit. Salaries and wages, payable. Ibig sabihin, no, syempre, di ba tayo pag nag-work tayo, nag-work muna tayo from September 1 or to September 15, saka lang natin marireceive yung pay natin. Okay, so as the company or the organization, meron kang mga payable sa mga employees mo na pwede natin bayaran every 15, every 30 year. Okay, so may utang tayo sa employees natin. Okay? Payable, ayan. So, siyempre meron tayong mga tax na dapat bayaran. Ayan. And then utilities, ito yung mga kuryente, tubig. Ayan. Okay, actually meron pa tayong isa yung telecommunication na expense or payable. Ayan. So, yung utilities, ayan. So, syempre, di ba, kunyari naka-receive tayo ng bill from Meralco. Ayan. So, di ba, ginamit muna natin yung kuryente ng isang buwan. Tapos, saka lang tayo makaka-receive ng bill. So, meron tayong payable. Hindi naman natin kasi agad-agad yan binabayaran. No, pag na-receive natin yung bill, may payable muna tayo. Pero, pag hindi pa natin siya binabayaran, magiging part muna siya ng payable natin. Kumbaga, utang again. Loans payable, parang same lang din ng accounts payable and notes payable. Yun nga lang, ito kasi galing bangko. Nangutang tayo sa bangko or nag-loan tayo from banks. Okay? So, under naman ng non-current, so ito nagkataon to within 1 year or kailangan natin bayaran within 1 year. Okay? So, ito part ng current liabilities. Ito namang next, itong mortgage payable or other payables na more than 1 year or payable more than 1 year. Tawag natin non-current liabilities. Ito yung mga liabilities natin or obligation natin na nagtatagal more than a year. Siyempre, we all know mortgage payable. For example, nag-mortgage ka ng bahay or sasakyan, di ba, babayaran natin yun, siguro sa bahay, babayaran mo ng more than 15 years. Yung sasakay naman, babayaran naman natin ng more than 3 years, no? So, syempre, more than 1 year, magiging part siya ng non-current natin. Okay, gets ba yung part na yun? Yeah. So, maging familiar lang kayo sa mga account details na to kasi important dito pag nag-journal entries na tayo. Okay? So yeah, sa equities, the reason why we need to check if it is sole partnership or corporation is because yung right na yung tamang account title na gagamitin natin. Okay, so again, for sole lang, so we can use owner's capital or yung name mismo ng ownership, ng owner. And for example, who wants capital. So isa lang yung capital na nakikita natin pag sole proprietor yung isang business. While pag partnership, yon sa equity nila, equity part, makikita natin may dalawang pangalan, Juan and Pedro, or anything else, no? Partnership. Dalawa yung marami tayong nakikitang capital. And drawings. Okay, when we say capital, ito yun yung ownership nila sa business. For example, nag-invest yung owner. Okay, so meron siyang ownership with the business. While yung drawings naman, for example, nag-withdraw sila ng supplies or cash or asset sa business nila for personal use. So, makakakita tayo ng mga drawings like this. And then, yan. Pag corporation naman, we have shareholders capital or actually in the form of shares and stocks na lang to. For example, mga preferred stocks and or common stocks, mga ganyan. Nakakita natin. Or common shares. Okay? Ayan. So, ano ba yung mga movement na nakaka-affect sa equity? So, it can be additional investment. So, syempre, hindi ka naman isang beses lang mag-i-invest, di ba? So, you can invest then from next month or a year, every year, pwede kang magkaroon ng additional investment. Especially pag meron kang spare na money, then you can do the additional investment. Okay? So, another na nakaka-affect sa equity is yung expenses and then yung revenue or sales. Yan. So, expenses, ito yung mga gastusin natin, no? Yan. So, itong mga salaries, tax, utility, loans, pag nabayaran na natin sila, magiging part na sila ng expense natin. Okay? Pag nabayaran na natin. Okay? Magiging part, mako-consider na natin sila as expense. So hanggat hindi pa natin sila nababayaran, hindi natin sila i-consider as expense. Okay? Gets ba yun? Ayan. Okay. The next, yung sale. Siyempre, pag nag-business tayo, siyempre kailangan natin kumita. No? Ito yung pinaka-aim natin, yung sales. So we have two different sale, no? Either loss or profit. Kapag mas malaki yung expenses, kagaya nito, pag mas malaki yung expenses sa revenue natin or kita natin, then it is not loss na tinatawag or loss. Pag mas malaki naman yung revenue sa profit, mas malaking revenue sa expenses, then magkakaroon tayo ng profit. Okay? Or net income na tinatawag. Okay? That's ba yun? So, ayun yung mga dapat nating alalahanin. Okay? So, we have discussed yung mga different transactions and kung ano ba yung mga debit and credit nun, and then kung ano ba yung effect nun sa asset, liability, and equity natin. Okay? So, you can rewatch then yung accounting equation part 1 and part 2. Okay? So, we can now move on sa business transactions natin. Okay, so I need your cooperation para magkaroon tayo ng discussion since 5 lang naman kayo, no? So, wag na kayong mahiya na mag-try na magsagot. Okay? So, we will do the debit and credit for the following transactions. Okay, so for number 1, ayan. Sabi, the owner invested cash to an internet business for 200,000 pesos. So, ano yung debit and credit natin? So, number 1, PP1. Okay, any guess? Ano yung debit natin? And okay lang, mag-try lang kayo. Ano yung debit natin? And credit natin. You can type in the chat box or unmute yourself. 5 lang naman kayo, so wag na kayong mahiya. Okay, sabi ni Pauline, tama, no? Debit cash. Ayan, kasi naka-receive ang business. Ito kasi transactions po in the view of the business. Okay, so we have here debit cash. Sa mag-ano, no? Siyempre 200, it's obvious, no? Sabi na dito 200,000. Okay. Yung credit natin, ano kaya yung credit natin? If you can remember our last discussion. Yes, tama. Owner's equity. Owner's capital. Tama. Correct. Yan. So, dapat as you can see, pag kahit nagsusulat din kayo sa mga journal, kahit sa papel, ganito natin siya ipapakita, no? Medyo nauusog, no, yung credit na part. Okay? Tapos yung ganito natin siya dapat i-present, no? Medyo nauusog yung medyo usog yung credit part. Okay? So, let's move on sa number 2. Number 2. Business purchased internet equipment in cash for 50,000 pesos. Ano yung debit and credit natin? Purchase internet equipment in cash for 50,000. Okay, any guess? There is no, huwag na kayo mahiya. 5 lang naman kayo. Furniture? Is it furniture ba yung right na term? Any guess? Aside from furniture, ano kaya yung mas tamang account title? Okay, any guess? Yeah, that's right. Equipment. Okay, so, yung mga furniture kasi, when we say mga furniture and fixtures, ito yung mga upuan, mga tables, ayan. Kapag equipment, ito yung mga computer, mga printer, ayan. So, medyo ano natin, maging familiar tayo no, yung category ng furniture and equipment. Okay, siguro pag masasabi nating furniture yung isang bagay or isang asset kapag hindi siya nagpa-function like yung upuan, table, no? Parang hindi natin sila ginagalaw. Unlike na pag yung internet equipment or printers or anything else. So, pag ino-operate pa natin sila, yan ginagalaw natin para gumana siya. So, nagiging equipment yun. Okay? So, para mas maintindihan na lang natin, no? Yan. So, equipment, ano naman yung credit natin? Yes. So, mention na dito, no? Na nag-purchase daw siya ng equipment via cash. So, ang credit natin is 50,000. Okay? So, naka-receive no, ng equipment si business, pero nag-sacrifice siya ng cash, no? Para makuha itong equipment. Okay? So let's move on to number 3. Okay, number 3, the business purchase computer printers on account or credit for 10,000. Ano yung debit and credit natin? Any guess? Yan, try lang kayo, no, nahulaan. Okay lang yun. You need to guess or try to answer. Okay, so ano naman yung number 3 natin? Ano yung debit and credit natin? Okay, so tama si Shamil Salvacion. So, ang debit natin is equipment again. Yan, printer, computer printer. And then, ang credit natin is accounts payable. So, tama si Shamil Salvacion. Okay, so amounting to 10,000. Okay? Kita ba yung Kita naman siguro, no? Lakihan na lang natin. Yan, okay? So, next, number 4. The business purchase supplies in cash for 2,000 pesos. Ano yung debit and credit natin for this one? Ano nangyari? Ano nangyari ba? Hindi na ba kita? Sige, balik natin. Okay, eto kita pa rin ba siya? I-zoom out nyo na lang ha para makita natin. Okay, sige, thank you. Okay, so, ano yung, natin, debit natin? Yan, nag-purchase daw ng supplies in the, via cash worth 2,000. Ano yung debit natin? Okay, that's right. Debit, supplies. Ano yung credit natin? Yan, credit cash. So tama si Robert Linogo, and then si Pauline Daniel, and then si Jairus, tama, na cash yung debit na, yung credit natin. Okay? So naglabas tayo ng 2,000 na cash para makabili ng supplies. So yung debit natin is yung supplies na receive ng business, pero dahil naglabas tayo ng pera, credit natin is cash. Okay, so we forgot to check yung effect nito sa asset liability equities. So again, let's check sa asset, increase or decrease. Yan, you can check kung increase or decrease ba siya dito sa part na to, increase or decrease on the asset, liability, or equity. You can type in the chat box. Okay. Any guess? Okay, so ayan, dahil nasa debit siya, meaning nakatanggap si owner si business ng 200,000 na cash, ibig sabihin nag-increase yung asset natin, increase in asset. Then, dahil nga nag-invest si owner, ayan, via cash, ibig sabihin nagtaas din yung equity, nagkaroon ng ownership. As you can see, di ba, ang normal na position ng equity and liabilities is credit. Ang normal na position naman ng asset is debit. Okay? So for this one, ayan, both increase in asset. Kasi silang, di pala. Increase in asset. Dahil naglabas ng pera, so nabawasan ang pera natin dahil bumili tayo ng equipment, decrease in asset din. Okay. So for this one, nakatanggap tayo ng equipment, ibig sabihin, nadagdagan yung asset natin. Okay, debit kasi yung equipment, diba? Ayan. And then, accounts payable, dahil nangutang tayo, no? Para lang makakuha ng equipment, nadagdagan yung utang natin. Okay? So, increase in liability. Next, ayan, bumili tayo ng supplies via cash. So, nadagdagan ng supplies natin sa asset. So, increase in asset. And then, dahil nga naglabas tayo ng pera para makabili ng supplies, then decrease. Nabawasan yung pera natin eh. So, nabawasan yung asset natin. Okay, number 5. Let's do this number 5. Business collect cash from internet gamers and users for 50,000. Okay, ano kaya ang ating debit? The business collected cash from internet gamers and users for 50,000 pesos. Okay, so tama si Robert, no? Ang debit natin is cash worth 50,000. So ano naman yung credit natin? Any guess kung anong ating debit? Anong ating credit? Credit natin, credit. Kasi may debit na tayo cash Ano kaya yung credit natin? Ano yung sinacrifice natin para kumita? Para makuha natin yung cash from internet gamers and users or yung tinatawag nating customers. Ano kayang account title yun? Yan, just to get this cash, amount of cash worth 50,000. Any guess? No? Hindi. Ayan. Okay, so correct si Pauline. Revenue. Ayan. So as you can see, the business collected cash from internet gamers and users. Ibig sabihin, nakakollect na siya ng cash dahil sa mga customer nila. So in that way, ibig sabihin nun, kumbaga, kumita siya ng 50,000 dahil nagpagamit siya ng internet at computer. Okay, so ito part 2 ng sales nila. Okay, so the right term is revenue. It's because service to yan, nagpapagamit sila ng mga internet shop yan, service yon. Okay, so tama. Revenue. Okay, so anong effect nito sa sa asset, liability, and equity natin? So correct, tama si Pauline. Increase in asset, increase din sa equity natin. Okay? Yan, medyo nakukuha na natin, no? Yeah. Okay, so number 6. Halfway na tayo. The business paid salaries to employees for 10,000 pesos. Nagbayad daw si business ng 10,000. Okay, so tama si Robert, no? Salary expense. Yeah, salary expense para mas better, no? Not the salary. So salary expense. Ano yung credit natin? Cash, correct. Okay. So actually may other scenario pa dito. No? May other scenario pa para mag-iba tong ano na to. So for example, kunyari, sa beginning of the month, kino-consider na natin lahat ng mga nag-a-accrual na tayo, kumbaga ha. Kino-consider na natin lahat ng expenses na pwede nating magastos. Ganito yung maaaring maging ano natin, tawag dito. Kunyari, at the beginning of the month, sabi, parang kumbaga conservative ka, kino-consider na natin lahat ng expenses natin for the month. Pwede maging ganito yung ano natin, tawag dito, entry natin. So, kunyari, for the first day, gusto na natin i-consider lahat ng magiging expenses natin for the month. Magiging ganito na siya, salary expense, and then salary payable. Kumbaga parang, in-assume na natin na magbabayad kasi tayo ng salary sa mga employees natin. So, kumbaga, in-account na agad natin na meron tayong payable sa kanila. Okay? Tapos, itong dumating tong number 6, nagbayad ka na. So, ang mangyayari niyan, mawawalan ka na ng utang kasi babayaran mo na eh. So, salary, payable, and then cash. So, pwede maging ganito yung scenario, no? Pag naging conservative tayo. Okay? So, syempre, dito naman, wala namang na-mention dito na kino-consider or nag-a-accrual na tayo ng mga expenses natin. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. Nagets ba yung part na yun? Okay? Nagets ba yung part na yun? So, ulitin ko, no? Kunyari, the first month, no, conservative yung business. Gusto na natin i-consider or i-check lahat ng possible expenses na magagastos natin. Okay? So, syempre, meron kayong employee, might as well, magpapasweldo kayo. Okay? So, kunyari, hindi pa naman dumating yung cut-off. Hindi pa kayo magbabayad ng mga salary. So, kailangan nyo pa rin siyang i-journalize or gawing entry. So, ito yung magiging entry nyo, no? Salary expense, dahil kinonsider nyo na yung expense, dahil may employee nga kayo, might as well mangyayari talaga itong expenses na to. And then, since di pa naman kayo naglalabas ng pera, at kinonsider nyo na siya, na-recognize nyo na yung expense, then you can put credit as salary payable. Okay? Then, pag dumating na yung panahon na magbabayad na kayo ng expenses for the salary for the employees, then i-reverse lang natin. So, yan. Since nagbayad na kayo ng utang, mababawasan yung utang, gagawin natin siyang debit. And then, magiging, dahil nagbayad na tayo ng utang, nabawasan yung cash natin. So, credit cash. Okay? So you can do that. And since wala namang na-mention sa problem, na i-consider natin yung yung mag-accrual na tayo, then yung ginamit natin. Okay? That's ba yung part na yun? Ano yung effect nito, no? Sa natin? Asset, liability, and equity. Anong effect niya? Okay, anong effect niya? So, ito magiging increase in, decrease. Decrease in equity. Yan, tama, correct. Decrease in asset. Okay, so for this one, siyempre decrease, it's obvious. Decrease in equity. Increase in liabilities. Then, pag nagbayad na ng utang, magiging decrease na siya. Liabilities, naging debit na siya eh. Liability na lang. And then, decrease sa cash natin. Kasi nagbayad tayo ng utang. Nabawasan yung pera natin. Okay? So you can consider then ito. Ayun, sakit sa mata. Okay, number 7 na tayo. Number 7. Yan. The business paid communication expenses for 20,000. Ano yung natin? Ano yung debit natin? Paid business paid communication expense for 20,000. Ano yung debit and credit natin? Okay, any guess? Wala? Okay, so ito, communication expense to or telecommunication expense. Or actually, pwede na naman itong maging part ng utility bills utility expense. Yan, pero sige, communication expense and then cash. Worth 20,000. So, same with this one, din siya. Decrease in equity, decrease in asset. Kasi expense siya. Okay, next. Number 8. Number 8, utility bills. The business electricity bills worth 2,000. Okay, parang same lang din ito, no? Pero utility expense naman ito. Utility expense. Pag mga electricity, water bills. Yan. So, nagbayad siya worth 2,000. So, ang credit natin is cash. So, same lang daw with this one. Ito yung effect niya. Decrease in equity, decrease in asset. Okay, number 9. Number 9. The owner withdraws cash for 5,000. Ano yung credit natin dito? Pwede guess? None? Okay, so ito, yan, okay, tama. Tama si Robert. Ang credit natin dito is cash. Kasi naglabas ng pera si business para kay owner. Ano naman kaya yung magiging debit natin dito? Anong debit natin? Owners drawings. Am I right? Familiar tayo, di ba? Pag nag-withdraw on this part, pag nag-withdraw si Ayan, itong part na to. Pag nag-withdraw, at pag nag-withdraw, ito gagamitin. Pag nag-invest, ito yung gagamitin. Okay? So, ano yung effect nito? Same with this one. Decrease in equity kasi nga naglabas ka ng pera for their personal use. So, nabawasan yung ownership nila, decrease in equity. Okay, number 10. Malapit na, and then we can now move on. Number 10, the business partially paid the payable incurred in the purchase of computer. Printer for 5,000. Ano yung ano natin? Ano yung debit natin dito? Sabi daw, the business partially paid the payable incurred in the purchase of computer printer worth for 5,000. Ano yung debit natin? Anyone? Ano yung debit natin? At credit? You can guess para ma-exercise yung analyzation natin. Ano yung possible na debit natin at credit? Pwede manghula, pwede manghula. Anyone? Wala? Walang makakahula? Pwede mag-try. Okay, ano yung... Sige, i-check muna natin, no? Pag ganito, hindi natin alam kung ano yung gagamitin nating accounts. For example, ito, the business partially paid the payable incurred in the purchase of computer printers for 5,000. Nagbayad ka daw ng payable worth 5,000. So, syempre, naglabas ka ng pera. So, ang credit natin is cash worth 5,000. Ano ba yung binayaran natin? Ano yung binayaran natin? Yes, nagbayad tayo ng equipment. Kasi di ba may utang tayo? Okay, so ang binayaran natin dito, yung utang natin. As you can remember, di ba, dito sa part na to, the business purchase computer printers on account or credit for 10,000. Nagets natin, di ba? Okay, so dito nagkaroon tayo ng accounts payable worth 10,000. Okay, so dumating tong number 10, babayaran na daw niya yung utang niya, partially worth 5,000. Okay, so ano yung debit natin? Any guess? Na-i-debit na natin yung equipment dito eh. So, syempre, para mabawasan, nagbabayad na tayo ng utang. Para mabawasan yung utang natin, nagbabayad tayo ng cash. No? So, dahil nabawasan na yung utang natin, ito, diba usually ang accounts payable, credit siya. So, para mabawasan natin ito, nilalagyan natin siya sa debit. Tama, diba? Gets na ba yung part? Gets nito? Okay, so diba nag-utang tayo nung 3? Ayan. Dahil kumuha tayo ng equipment. So, na-debit na natin yung equipment, na-consider na natin siya, na-recognize na natin yung equipment. So, pero may utang tayo. So, dumating tong 10. Ayan, babayaran na daw niya yung utang niya sa pagkaka-purchase niya ng computer. So, dahil magbabayad ka ng utang, nababawasan yung utang natin. So, i-debit natin tong accounts payable. Babawasan kasi natin yung utang natin worth 5,000. Nagets niyo ba? Okay, let me know na yes or no lang ha kung nagets natin. Okay, so anong effect nito? Decrease in liability. Decrease in cash. Nagbayad kasi tayo ng utang eh. So, nabawasan tayo ng cash. Pero nabawasan din tayo ng naglabas tayo ng pera para makapagbayad ng utang. So, nabawasan na yung utang natin, so decrease in liability. And dahil naglabas tayo ng pera, nabawasan yung asset natin. Okay? So medyo tricky talaga yung part na yun. So pag may mga ganito, yan like mga partially paid payable, i-check natin yung mga nakaraang transaction. Baka connected siya doon. Okay? So yan, merong purchase of computer printers. Kung maalala natin, meron palang computer printers din pala dito na purchase through credit. Baka yun pala yung binabayaran. Okay? Okay, number 11. The owner invested additional cash to the business for 100,000. Okay, so may investment ulit. So, siyempre ito yung pinakamadali eh. Yan. So, cash. Nagkaroon siya ng additional investment. Ganito lang din yung i-account natin. Cash, owner's capital din. Worth 100,000. Okay? Then, anong effect nito? Same lang din dun sa initial investment natin. Increase in asset, increase din in equity. Okay, that's right. Tama. Okay? Number 12, last, before we end this class. At the end of the month, physical count of supplies shows consumption of supplies amount to 1,500. Okay. So, di ba, tawag dito, collected din siya dito sa number 4. Okay? So, di ba, nag-purchase tayo ng supplies. Okay? Tapos, nabayaran bumili pala tayo ng mga supplies. Okay? So, kapag hindi pa natin ginagamit, yung supplies, part siya ng asset natin. Itong asset, ayan. Itong asset. Okay, part siya ng asset natin. Okay? Pag once na nagamit na natin yung supplies na ito, magiging expense na natin siya. Okay? Pag nagamit natin yung supplies, magiging part na siya ng expense natin. So, ano gagawin natin? Sabi dito, at the end of the month daw, yung physical count daw ng supplies shows consumption of supplies amounting to 1,500. Kung yung supplies daw, nagamit na siya. Okay? Nagamit na natin yung supplies. So, ang mangyayari, dahil nagamit na natin yung supplies na part ng asset natin, mababawasan yung supplies natin. Diba? Kasi nagamit na siya eh. So, ang mangyayari, diba, debit siya dito. Dahil nagamit na nga natin siya, magiging credit na siya dito. Okay? Nagigets ba yung part na yan? Say yes lang or if no. Okay, so again, bumili kasi tayo ng supplies. Yan. Siyempre, hindi lang naman yan nakatanggap dyan. So, gagamitin natin. Pag nagamit na siya, ayan, magiging, i-credit na natin siya. Kasi nagamit na natin eh. Ayan, mawawala na siya sa asset kasi nagamit na natin. So, i-credit natin siya. Worth 1,500 daw yun na consumption. Okay, so, once na nagamit na natin itong mga asset natin, nako-convert siya into expense. Okay, so i-consider na natin siya ngayon as of an expense kasi nagamit na natin. Okay, nagets ba natin? Magiging expense na siya kasi nagamit na natin. Worth 1,500. Okay, nagets ba? Nagets? Okay. So actually, meron pang another scenario. Depende kung paano mo siya, kung paano yung method na ginamit mo. Okay? So ito, decrease in liability, decrease in equity, decrease in asset. Kasi ginamit na natin yung supplies eh. So for example, itong supplies, ayan. Kunyari, expense method yung ginamit natin. Expense method. Kagaya nito. Expense method din to or accrual na tinatawag. Ayan. So, kunyari, expense method yung ginamit natin. Dino-consider natin lahat ng expenses. Okay? So, kunyari, bumili tayo ng supplies via cash. Tapos, consider na natin siya agad as expenses. Okay? What we'll do is, magiging salary expense siya worth 2,000. And then, cash worth 2,000 din. Okay? So, ito, dumating tong panahon na to, no? Yung upon checking the inventories or upon checking the asset, meron lamang na nagamit na 1,500 na supplies. Okay? So, what we'll do, since ang pinonsider natin, di ba, lahat nagamit. Lahat, kumbaga, pinonsider natin lahat ng salaries magagamit within 1 year. Eh, may natirang supplies. Ay, supplies to ha. Sorry for the wrong term. Supplies. So, di ba, nagamit, at the end of the year, hindi pala lahat nagamit. Okay? Eh, nung number 4, consider natin lahat siya nagamit na. Kasi in-expense natin. So, i-reverse natin to. Ibabalik natin yung mga consider natin gamit. Ayan. So, ayan. So, since, di ba, sabi dito na ang nagamit ng 1,500 di ba, ang kinonsider natin nung una, 2,000 lang. Okay? Tapos, at the end of the year, ang nagamit ng pala is 1,500. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin, ibabalik natin yung 500. Kasi, di ba, 1,500 lang pala yung nagamit eh. Pero nung una, ang expect natin, gagamitin lahat. Okay? So, ibabalik natin yung hindi nagamit, yung 500. Okay? Nagigets ba? And then, since merong mga supplies na hindi nagamit, next year, magiging part siya ng asset natin. May natirang supplies eh, may natirang asset. Yan, sa 500. Nagigets ba? Gets ba yung part na yon? Gets ba? Okay, so parang same lang din yung kalabasan nito, no? Kung kukumpitin natin, same lang siya. Ayan, itong dalawang to. Okay, so pag kinumpit natin, ayan, yung supplies expense, natin is equal to, diba 2,000, tapos binalik natin yung 500 kasi di naman pala magagamit, di naman pala siya nagamit. So 1,500, yung supplies natin, 500 talaga, ito yung natira eh. Kasi ito yung hindi nagamit. Kasi di ba sabi sa problem, 1,500 lang daw yung nagamit. Yung consumption of supplies amounting to 1,500. And then yung cash natin, same lang, 2,000. Okay? And then, same lang din dito. Yung supplies natin is, ayan, 2,000. Pero may nagamit na 1,500. So, nabawasan, no? And then, yung supplies expense natin, at the end of the month, yeah, right. Let's just assume na it's monthly. Ang supplies na nagamit is 1,500. And then cash is 2,000. Okay, so kahit ibang method yung ginagamit natin or ibang method yung gagamitin natin, same pa din yung kalalabasan ng kapag nag-combine na natin lahat ng same account. Okay? Okay, ito kasi ano to, asset method. Consider niya as asset. Ito naman expense. Okay, gets ba? Gets? Okay, nagets na ba? So, by 3:30, we can now dismiss. Let me know if nagets or somehow nagets. Kasi uulitin ko pa rin naman yun next time. So, don't worry. Okay, any question, guys? Any question? None? Okay, so if there's none, we can now dismiss the class. Thank you everyone for those who attended this meeting. Then I'll just send this one to the GC. Okay, so thank you everyone. Dismiss na tayo. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you po, ma'am.